Hey, fellow mathers! Before we get into this episode, we want to share with you how you can get access to free content, professional learning that will keep your students engaged and doing the math that matters. Get ready to go to this link, mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge.
That's right. Registration is open for the free Math is Figureoutable Challenge that's starting May 15th and runs to the 17th at 7 p.m. Central. We're going to have 3 nights jam-packed with learning and routines that you can take straight to your classroom.
In these challenges, we have a great time. We do some math, talk about classroom experiences, give away super cool bonuses and prizes. You won't just walk away with routines that are naturally engaging and encourage your students to think mathematically. You'll also have a chance to win over $6,000 worth in prizes, including a few virtual PD sessions for your school. I'll be joined by my wonderful co-host Kim and special guest Jenna Labe.
You can register at mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge for a fantastic learning experience. That's mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. Now on to the show.
Hey, fellow mathematicians, welcome to the podcast where math is figure-outable. I'm Pam.
And I'm Kim.
And this episode is a Math Strat Chat episode. What's that? Well, every Wednesday evening, I throw out a Math Strat Chat problem on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all the social media, and people from around the world chat about the strategies they use. It's super cool to see everyone's thinking.
I was listening to me, but I forgot to talk.
Hey, Kim, you're up.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, heavens.
Hey, it's usually me, so there you go.
This Wednesday, our problem was 1/20th plus 3/4.
Oh, that was one of our problems.
Oh, gosh.
We might have had multiple problems.
1/20th plus 3/4. If you want to pause the podcast, solve the problem any way you want, and then come back and hear how we solved it.
All right. So, Kim, I'm going to go first. We've been using
Okay.
time to solve problems, but I'm going to guess on this one that you might not. So I'm going to go ahead and do a solution with time.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see what was in your head.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm thinking about 1/20th plus 3/4 as a 20th of an hour. A 20th of an hour. So
Okay.
if I want to find 1/20th of an hour, I'm thinking about 60 divided by 20. That's 3. So it's like a 3-minute chunk. So it's like 3 out of, well, now I got to think for a second. It's a 3-minute chunk. I know what my head was just doing. So that's like 3 minutes. 3 minutes out of the 60 minutes. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes. 3 minutes out of the 60 minutes. I was trying to think about how many 3-minute chunks there were, and there's 20 of them, which is why it's 1/20th. I'm okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 3 minutes out of the 60 minutes. And then I'm thinking about 3/4 of an hour. That's like 45 minutes out of the 60 minutes. So 3 minutes plus 45 minutes is 48 minutes out of 60 minutes. And honestly, I just sort of stopped there. So I don't know that I did anything to simplify or to find an equivalent fraction without repeated factors in the numerator and denominator. I just sort of left it at 48/60.
Which is okay, right? Your answer is absolutely correct. 48/60 is a solution to this problem. And I think people get really, really hung up on maybe even teachers have said like that would not be correct, but we would say it's absolutely correct, right? Do you want to have me go, and then you can maybe think about if you were forced to pull out common factors, how you would do that? Or do you want to?
Yeah, you go first.
Leave it at 40. Okay. All right, cool. You were absolutely correct that I did not think about time for this one. And I don't really know why I didn't. I think probably because when I glanced at the numbers, I was like, oh, that screams percents to me. I do like the percents.
You are a percent girl.
I do.
We should make a shirt. Are you a percent girl?
Or am I an over girl? I don't know.
I think you're a percent over girl. An over percent girl? Is that a comma? It's got to have a comma in between those. Percent, comma.
Could be.
Okay, all right. I'll stop.
Okay, so a 20th I know is 5%. How do I know that? I don't know how I know that. Because 5 is 20%. Because there are 20 5% and 100%. So 1/20th would be just one of those 5%. I'm not sure that made sense, but anyway, 1/20th is 5%. And I know that 3/4 is 75% because I know 1/4 is 25%. So then I just had 5% plus 75%, which is 80%. And I also know that 80% is the equivalent to 4/5 because I know that every 1/5 is 20%. So then 4/5 would be 80%. So I say 4/5.
So your answer is 4/5 because you had to, you felt like since the problem was given in fractions, you might end up back in
Yeah.
fractions. Yeah. But
Yeah.
you could also sort of think of it as 80%. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I actually did, and then I'll tell you what I wish I would have done. Once I had 48/60ths and I was listening to you talk while I was
Sorry.
trying to,
Oh,
yeah,
that's tough, huh?
yeah, because I was trying to multitask and thinking about all that simultaneously, right? That's one of the hallmarks of
Yeah.
your brain having to do more activities when you're trying to hang on to things simultaneously.
Yeah.
So I literally just cut stuff in half. I found an equivalent
Mhm.
24/30ths and then 12/15ths. And then from there, I divided by 3 and I got the equivalent 4/5ths. But then I thought to myself, duh, 48/60ths, there's 4/12ths in 48, 12s in 48, and
Mhm.
4/12s in 6, or 5/12s in 60. So that would also be equivalent to 4/5ths. But interesting, when you said 80% was right about when I had gotten to 4/5ths, and I was like, is 48 4/5ths of 6, or is 80%? Is it? It was the 80% that got me. I was like, is that 80%? Like I was sort of picturing a clock and I was picturing where the hand would be on 48 minutes and trying
Yeah.
to like make 80% jump out. And it didn't
Oh,
really,
yeah.
like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like when I
Yeah.
look at a
Yeah, I don't know that 48/60 screams 80%
80%,
without just a little bit more thinking to it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, not especially not visually. I didn't really
Yeah.
nothing. I didn't see 8 chunks of things. I guess I could see 8 6-minute chunks. That's just not really a chunk we see on a clock, right? Does
Right, it's so focused on 5 minutes and 10 minutes and 1 minute.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Nice.
Okay. Well, we can't wait to hear your strategy. And I wonder if it was like one of ours or something entirely different. Represent your thinking, take a picture of your work or screenshot your phone, and tell the world on social media what you were thinking about for this problem. While you're there, check out what other people did and comment on their thinking.
Yeah, and when you do, tag me on Twitter at @PWHarris or Instagram Pam Harris Math or Facebook Pam Harris Author Mathematics Education. You can also on Facebook look at Math is Figureoutable. That shows up now. And use the
Mhm.
hashtag MathStratChat. So make sure you check out the next Math Strat Chat problem. We'll post next Wednesday at 7 p.m. around then anyway. And pop back here to hear how we're thinking about the problem. We love having you as part of the Math is Figureoutable movement. So keep spreading the word that math is Figureoutable. Thank you for listening and making math more figureoutable.
To learn even more, make sure you register for our free challenge at mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. You are not going to want to miss the evenings of May 15th through 17th, starting at 7 p.m. Central.
Math teaching, go register now. That's mathisfigureoutable.com/challenge. Join us to make math more and more figureoutable. And if you can't join live, register and we'll send you access to the recordings. We'll see you there.